Hey, Taurus, welcome in. It is Laura, and we are going to get a reading for the Taurus Collective in regards to this new moon solar eclipse taking place on March 29th. And so this eclipse really is a fresh start. But we kind of got to go through this energy of what I want to call a karmic checkpoint, right? So we're kind of being pushed. If we haven't closed out those themes tied to the Aries North node and the Libra South node, this is going to be a checkpoint, right? So over the last year and a half or so, we've all been pushed collectively to embrace that Aries energy and to close out themes connected to the shadow side of Libra, which is all about people pleasing, codependencies, and seeking external validation, right? And so this eclipse really is an eclipse connected to self-leadership, independence, authenticity. The same day of the eclipse, Mercury, that is retrograde already, is going to leave Aries. It's going to re-enter Pisces, and then it is going to immediately conjunct Neptune at that final degree mark of 29 degrees, which is an anaretic degree. And so we're kind of dissolving illusions. It's time to go. It is time to go, and we get clean it up, Taurus. And so this, I feel, really is a moment where clarity is going to come forward, right? So I only wanted one card, but as you can see, we got two cards out. And so these energies at play really are saying, hey, it's time to walk through the portal of a new beginning, right? And so I feel like you're crossing a bridge, maybe mending a bridge. You're crossing a bridge. You're crossing a threshold here. You're being asked to clean something up. I feel this is about stepping into leadership. And so I do feel the energies of a Five of Cups. I also feel the energies of the world coming through with these oracle messages, okay? So this here, I feel, is just a very powerful combination indicating emotional release. Look at on the bottom of the deck. We get the serendipity card. And so for me, this is a fated energy, right? Eclipses are fated. And so in between this portal, we're kind of navigating, I feel, Taurus. I'm a Taurus, and so I'm right there with you in this collective energy. We're navigating what I feel is a major emotional release. The serendipity card also is the representation of Jupiter. And so for me, I know Jupiter right now is in Gemini, and it was transiting through my fourth house. So pay attention to where Jupiter's been transiting to, because that's really significant, because there's something here hidden, I feel, connected to your expansion journey. And we see the four-leaf clover. So interesting. I'm recording this message the day after St. Patrick's Day, which is all about luck, right? I think of the clovers. I think of St. Patrick's Day. And so maybe your luck is shifting. I think that could also be a message. And maybe there's like a hidden blessing here on the other side of some type of ending. I just feel there's an inevitable ending here. And maybe it's just walking away from something that is just no longer aligned with your path, right? I do feel this eclipse really is highlighting, I want to say, the remnants of some type of grief or loss or even regret. And I feel this eclipse is like the final release for you, connected to some type of mourning process. And so we have to honor the mourning process before we can fully move forward, right, into some type of leadership position. So very interesting. And so I think you're being asked to kind of step it up. I do think the influences of this eclipse really are opening up a portal for the Taurus collective connected to a new beginning. But Taurus, I think you are being asked to let go of all past disappointments. It doesn't mean that you're going through it right now, but there could be like a final cleanup. And so I do feel this really is, I want to say, like a moment of emotional closure. So whatever you've been fixated on, if there's something that didn't work out, I think Spirit really is kind of pushing you to turn around, take one last glimpse, see that Two of Cups that is no longer standing, and go towards some type of completion here, right? And so the Clean It Up card for me, connected to the time to go, is just saying mastery. I feel you're graduating to a new level. You're ascending. I want to say you're ascending to a new timeline, and it's almost like something here is about to come full circle. And so I do feel you're kind of stepping into the next phase of your journey. And if there is some type of unfinished business or energetic baggage, I don't feel like there's actual physical baggage, although you might be feeling the urge to clean your home and purge a bunch of things. That might be possible. But I feel there's like an energetic baggage here that is finally clearing. And so I want to say this eclipse for you, I think, is just wiping the slate clean. I do think that. And I do think this really is bringing forward a lot of external changes too. I do think there's inner clarity kind of coming forward, and maybe forgiveness. Maybe this is a message of forgiveness and just making peace with the past. I do feel you are being asked, really, Taurus, I think you're being asked to take responsibility for your energy, cleaning up your emotional clutter. You are not responsible for other people's emotional clutter. You are responsible for freeing yourself from energy cords, energy ties that really have been holding you back. And so maybe this is about forgiving someone. Maybe this is about releasing a limiting belief, or like I said, physically decluttering your space. I got a big pile at the front door today that's going to donation. And so maybe you are physically cleansing your home. But I do feel you are at a major turning point. I do think there is something here that you need to let go. And I do think it's connected to like a 5 of Cups energy. And you're encouraged to clean up your energy. Maybe you need to sage your house, but you are stepping into a new cycle. You could be dealing with one of the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, or Leo. But I do think everything that you've kind of been through when it comes to the past has really prepared you for the next level, for this new beginning. And so maybe you're encouraged to write a release letter. Whatever is ending, maybe you're encouraged to write a release letter and burn it as a symbolic act, or do like an energy cleanse. Like I said, sage your house, smudge your house, declutter your home, run a salt bath, clean your energy, journal. Journaling is really good to kind of release the old stories or the old limiting beliefs that need to kind of be cleaned up. But I want to say you're entering a brand new chapter here, but there's like this final release of the past. And I do think a big message about taking responsibility for your journey, for your healing, because I think you're in a powerful portal of transformation. So let's get some tarot cards out here and let's see what this message is all about for you, Taurus. What else do you got for Taurus spirit connected to this navigation of this powerful eclipse portal? What does Taurus need to know? What boundaries maybe do they need to put in? What is being invited into Taurus's path leading into this new moon eclipse in Aries? Okay, the 8 of Cups. There it is. Time to go. It's time to go. It's time to walk away. Maybe it's time to put out a flame. You see, usually on the 8 of Cups, you see all of the cups kind of upright, making sense of some type of situation that maybe kept you in a state of confusion. This is like, hey, lighten the match, burning it all down and pouring it all back into yourself, I want to say. So we got the confirmation of walking away. We get the 3 of Wands, which is the energy of moving forward. So what else does Taurus need to know? I do feel like a manifestation. And there we got the 7 of Wands. And so the 7 of Wands, I talk about it all of the time, Taurus. It is the energy of the teacher of the teacher, right? So let's take a peek on the bottom of the deck. How appropriate, the moon. So we get the moon on the bottom of the deck, Taurus. And below the moon, we get the 5 of Wands in reversed. And below that, we're going to take it, we get the Ace of Swords in reversed. And so I feel there's like a final release of some type of issue that possibly you've been in denial about. But I also feel like a release of a spiraling back in the mind, looking back, rethinking, trying to make logical sense of something here that I just think you need to walk away from. I also want to say, like, you need blind faith here with the moon. And so, yeah, there could be one last deep dive into some type of emotional sludge. I want to call it sludge that has really prevented you from moving forward, right? Because the 3 of Wands is like going forward. The decision has already been made. The path has already been chosen and you're going forward. I want to say towards some type of leadership position. And so you see on this 7 of Wands, she's in a protective bubble. I want to say you are protected as you move forward. You are protected as you center your energy, as you call back your power. I do feel you're stepping into being some type of teacher, spiritual healer, spiritual teacher. So I also feel too this energy of like soul-led soul-driven departure, right? It's like, in your heart of hearts, it's time to go. You're walking away from something that maybe at one point in time held a lot of meaning to you. And it could be a belief, but it's like, hey, this belief, this timeline, it's no longer serving my path. And so you are supported. You are supported. I think you're letting go of attachments. You are recognizing that you need that blind faith. You're letting go of old stuck emotions, a circumstance that basically has run its course. And so I do feel the future is calling you, right? You hear the calling. You hear it. And so you're kind of stepping into what I want to say, a bigger vision for your path. You're stepping into a bigger vision. You're waiting for maybe even a manifestation to arrive. And I do think it's arriving. And so there is like a Two of Wands here at play, because where I put that Five of Wands in reverse. And so it's like the path has been chosen. You've completed an old chapter, and now you are stepping forward into the new with blind faith, with a little bit of trust in the universe. And so I do feel you've got to hold firm. You got to hold firm in everything that you've learned. I also think, because this for me is the teacher of the teacher card, because it is key 33 in the tarot. This is saying you are learning to stand in your own power and to protect your progress, right? And I do think this is linked to the clean it up energy. And so before you can fully step into the next phase, I do feel you've got to set those clear boundaries. You've got to set strong energetic, physical, and emotional boundaries. And you do have to fully commit to the path of growth, right? You have to fully commit. And so there could be fear. There could be a little bit of emotional uncertainty. And that always comes with any type of change, right? Change is uncomfortable. Change is not easy. And so I do feel this does tie into the Five of Cups a little bit, where you have to kind of trust the path, right? And let's face it, letting go, walking away is never easy, especially for a Taurus. You are a fixed sign. But the moon energy here, kind of tied to this Eight of Cups, I want to say, is a reminder that you have to trust the path, even if the path is unclear, right? You are being soul led to walk away from, I feel like, a flame or some sort of ignition, something that ignited your awakening journey. And so I think there are going to be a little bit of struggles, right? And but I think you're not really focused on the struggles, whether these are external resistant struggles from people around you. Usually the Five of Wands can be a lot of people externally to you resisting your path, resisting the changes. It can mean internal doubts too, right? It can be like a struggle from within. But you do have to hold your ground. You can't be swayed by the chaos going on inside of you or the chaos going on external to you, right? And so there still might be a little bit of mental fog, because I do feel you don't have all of the answers yet. And that's okay. We don't need all of the answers, Taurus. But I do think the truth kind of is still unraveling. I want to say the truth is still unraveling. The truth is still unfolding. And I think the clarity will come after the dust settles. And so I just feel this is a big transition for you. And it's not just external. It is an internal shift as well. It is about clearing out the old energies. It's about standing firm in your values, standing firm in your authenticity, I want to say. And so there's a reveal or a shift happening here. And although things are not certain, maybe even a little bit chaotic, it's like you're releasing that. You are trusting that everything is going to come to you with ease, I want to say. At least I hope you are. But I do think this is a portal. I do think this eclipse is kind of like a portal of energy, asking you to step into the bigger picture, asking you to kind of step into this new version of who you are. And so let's see what this unresolved energy is. What is it that you need to trust? What is the advice card? What is the biggest takeaway here? Okay, we're going to take it. We got two cards fell out. I just feel you are walking through like a rite of passage. We get the psychic abilities card with the heightened awareness. And so, yeah, you are walking through a rite of passage connected to your psychic gifts, your psychic abilities. And so you are encouraged to continue to develop your psychic abilities, whether it's the gift of seeing, hearing, sensing. Maybe you have all of these clair abilities, but I do think you have this sense that, hey, something is definitely shifting. There is a new cycle awaiting, and I do think this is without a doubt connected to you living your soul's purpose. And so I think you might be coming into a greater awareness of your purpose after this eclipse. And we are all here to demonstrate love and compassion, right? So I think that's a real big takeaway from this message. Taurus, basically, this is not just about an ending, right? It definitely is a new beginning. And so I want to say this eclipse is activating your higher calling. It's activating your clairvoyancy, your clairaudiency, your inner knowing. All of this is definitely being amplified. If you've been feeling that something is shifting, it is because your soul is preparing you for the next phase. One where you are meant to fully step into your power. And so you are being reminded there is a manifestation arriving. You got to trust in divine timing. Release the fear. Don't shrink back. Stand firm in what you know is meant for you and step into the new cycle. Step into the higher vibration. I think you're becoming more aligned with 5D Earth, 5D reality. So you got to be open to receiving this, right? And so there is still, I feel, a little bit of a limiting belief here or an old conditioning that might still be blocking your full ability to trust your own intuitive downloads. But it's time to clear those blocks. It's time to open up your heart. It's time to clean it up and to open up your mind to all of this divine guidance coming in. And so get ready to deepen your gifts. Pay attention to the signs, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the intuitive downloads, because I do think your psychic senses are expanding and you are being positioned for something really big, something really, really big here. So release the fear, step into that teaching role, step into your power, step forward with confidence, and know that you don't have to do it alone. The universe will always send you support. They will send you help. They will send you opportunities if you stay open and allow yourself to receive that. So this eclipse portal is a gateway to your own personal transformation. And so get ready to walk through it with faith and to trust in your path. And that's what I've got for you, Taurus.